We close the gym at 9:15 because we need 45 minutes to clean the gym. No, every single Friday I close that door at 9:15. If you come here, no, you don't have to call him.
I'm entitled to be here.
And I'm entitled to close my gym so I can clean it because I work here.
Your gym,
yes,
dude.
it is. It's not yours.
I pay for it.
All right, so go to another one. Dickhead, you can go to as many gyms as you want.
Yeah, you definitely not gonna
I don't care how much you want to bet. Get the fuck out of my gym, bro. Yeah. The fuck you recording me and do what? Nothing. At all.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out, bro, before I violate you. I'm not playing with you, bro. At 9:15, I close my gym every day. I'm a closer, a Friday closer. Get the fuck out, bro. Get out. You want to be so tough, put that phone down and do something real tough. Since you want to be a tough guy. Get the fuck out, bro.
I know you're not following me out of the gym.
I'm escorting you out the gym. Listen, every day we close the gym 45 minutes early so we can clean it.
We're gonna have fun with this.
Bye. Have a good one.
Alright. You back off me.
Yo, so we back in here for another edition. And that video you just got done with some Planet Fitness weirdo that looked like a little gnome leprechaun. I would have stole on his ass, right? He looked like he been doing too many reps at his place of business, right? He look either that or he young, he got good genetics, or he getting in shape and he getting a paycheck. All I know is one gotta give. This little steroid acting motherfucker would have got swiped because he getting all aggy about like leaving and cleaning up. And nigga, they close at 10 o'clock, which means your ass do the cleaning when you get off of work, or you do the cleaning when the place of business closed, not while people are exercising. He went on to pull the plug out the wall and tell the man he'll violate him. Like right there, if the man was in any type of shape, if it was me, yeah, we would just had to box. And by judging by his stance, he looked like he's anywhere between 5'5" and 5'8". Yeah, I would have boxed his little light skinned ass out. That's another thing. He making light skinned brothers look like sassy divas because, like, one, this protocol. Nobody cares that you got to clean the gym. If you close at 10, you close at 10, then you do the cleanup. But clearly, it was the weekend. He trying to turn up. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if I'll keep y'all updated. What I will say is they should have fired his ass.
They made that flight. You did, and you think you're gonna check me in? I bet you we won't. Okay?
I paid for a ticket.
And you paid $25 for agent assist fee, and you checked in 3 hours later. Hello.
I just said that I.
Get on your flight.
Yeah, I just said that I would pay the $25.
And you thought you was gonna get on your flight. And you thought you was gonna get on your flight. And you thought you was gonna get on your flight. And you thought you was gonna get on your flight.
I literally paid for a ticket. I'm here 30 minutes. I'm here 30 minutes before my flight, and they're not letting me check in.
And you're not getting on your flight.
Because it's a policy. We don't control that.
And you will never fly.
You were about to let me check in. You were about to let me check in, and you decided that you ain't gonna let me check in.
Make me check you in.
You literally work for a company that I bought a plane ticket for. I'm here 30 minutes before the flight.
Can you please leave, sir?
No.
Can you please leave my personal space?
I'm not in your personal space. This is not your personal space.
This is my stationary.
This is not your personal space. You work for a company.
Speaking on fire and people not doing their job, while I talk about racial oppression, disenfranchisement, and all the above, etc., in America, yeah, there's people that just be like doing too much, such as the cases these women that work for Frontier, right? They, as you just saw, the video I just wrote, I'll probably splice it in so you guys see it, but they was berating the man. He didn't want to pay the agent's assistant fee. I think it was $25. And he wanted them to check him in. And these chicks, while I love my people, like, this makes my job hard. This and the little nigga from Planet Fitness, you're doing too much, right? They don't pay you that much to be doing that shit. At Planet Fitness, he probably only making $20. At this Frontier, they're probably making $25, and that's being generous. But they go on to mock the man. And I don't know, you know what I'm saying, what the man's political orientation is. It doesn't even matter. He didn't seem like he was being belligerent or racist. So the fact that they was mocking him, I really don't like black women that use vernacular like the little dumpy one. You know, like just saying stuff over and over and over again like a parrot, right? Your job is not to obstruct people from catching a flight. And I think people like this, whether black, white, Asian, Mexican, whatever, when you can't do your job professionally with class, customer service orientated, you need to be fired. Like, I don't like people. I did like a news clip on my Instagram channel where some woman was a dispatcher at 911 and she didn't feel like talking, so she hung up on 800 people. Yeah, you go to jail. For these people, while they didn't do nothing that was illegal, you get fired. Go back into the workforce. Go back to the drawing board. Think about what you did. I think as a society, whatever ethnicity or race you are, I think you still need to be professional. When you cross that line, you're not professional, and you start talking to people like you in the neighborhood, you got to get the fuck out of here. Because as much as people get on my nerves at my jobs, any job I've ever had, and I actually was in the streets, I sold weed and pills. I don't like when people bring that street atmosphere to a job. Like, I had to tell a nigga working in a restaurant, he wanted to act like he want to fight me. You know what I'm saying? Call me every name in the book. That don't move me. And you get a certain age. I think at the time I was like, 35. You get a certain age. I'm not in the business of whipping your ass where I make my bread and butter. It ain't that serious, right? And if it is, I'll wait till we clock out, and then I'll pull your coattail to see if you're really about that action. Needless to say, most people at my job, any job I've ever been at, when I did clock out and was outside smoking a Newport like I do, they didn't want it. They want to loud talk me, make a scene and shit in front of people, because they knew it wasn't gonna get physical. When we clock out, we can see what's popping. That ain't never been a problem. I stay to that. I ain't never had a nigga stick around, and if he did stick around, you know what I'm saying, I politely check him. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was all that shit you was talking about? And then they always cop a plea. Oh, yo, I was just, yeah, that's what I thought. I had a nigga rev up at me at a job a few years ago. And when I got off of work, I'm in my car talking, right? And the nigga pulled up to my car like everything was cool. He had amnesia. I said, hold up, my guy. I got out the car. We can't be just talking like you didn't just say shit and puff your chest out at me. I'm gonna need an apology. You know what I'm saying? To which the nigga copped a plea, apologized, shook my hand and shit. He didn't want no static. I was fully and firmly committed to pressing him up. That's the type of time I be on. You could talk that shit in front of the co-workers, right? You just trying to make a scene and get an audience. And they like to make a scene because they know that if shit goes left, you know, people gonna step in and stop the fight. Nah, check you when we off of the clock outside. That way, if I start whipping your ass, nobody's gonna break it up. But the police, cause somebody gonna call. So I hope they got fired, because they just not professional. And on top of all that, they making my job as a upstanding, professional, civilized black man, they making my job hard. When I see the racists on Twitter talk about black folks is uncivilized or this, that, and the third, when I go off into the world, I may or may not encounter these people. It's making my job of dispelling this very hard. I don't like my life or job or whatever to be more difficult than it needs to be. And I have assholes and jackasses like this that just for some inexplicable reason, they're the counter to my argument that all black people, or at least most black people, are not ratchet, uncivilized, and ignorant. Any event, if y'all like this episode, you know what to do, and I'm out.